Well, the sun is shining outside, the birds are chirping, and the Tony Awards have been announced. Yes, it is Tony Tuesday, and we have the nominations for all of the categories, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on said categories, so let's get into it. In Best Musical, we have & Juliet, Kimberly Akimbo, New York, Shooked, and Some Like It Hot. I was pretty expectant of all of these to get nominated, so I don't really have much to say, and you guys know that Kimberly Akimbo's gonna win. It's a guarantee. Now, I did ask myself, if Kimberly wasn't in this season, what would win? And I think it would be Shooked. Best Revival, we have Into the Woods, Camelot, Parade, and Sweeney Todd. I think Parade is going to win. If Into the Woods was still in the season, I think Into the Woods would win. Obviously, Into the Woods won't win because it's it's closed, and Camelot got pretty bad reviews. Sweeney could win, but if you've seen Sweeney and Parade, you know that Parade is superior in all categories, and I will not accept anything but Parade winning. And the reason why is because if you look at Parade and you look at Sweeney Todd is kind of safe, it's kind of nice. Parade is the exact opposite. It's visceral. You feel it in your bones. It's just better. I don't know. I didn't like the way that the Sweeney Todd was done. So maybe there's a bit of that, and I don't look at it objectively. And I mean, it could win because it's a very well-made revival, but I do feel like there's a consensus out there that people were not over the moon with this Sweeney Todd, but they were with Parade. And politically speaking, Parade is very current now, and the Tonys might want to give Parade Best Musical since it didn't win, I think. Did it win Best Musical? It did not win Best Musical. So I think that Parade is just better executed, you know? And if you want to know my more thoughts on why, you can check out my review of Sweeney Todd and Parade, because I don't want to make this video too long, but that's my opinion. Obviously, many people might say Sweeney was better than Parade, but you don't hear a lot of people saying that. Leading actor, Christian Borle for Some Like It Hot, J. Harrison Ghee for Some Like It Hot, Josh Groban for Sweeney, Brian Darcy James for Into the Woods, which was a surprise, Ben Platt for Parade, and Colton Ryan for New York, and Colton, that was a big surprise. I think Ben Platt's gonna win this. I think he was better than Josh Groban, but again, this is another race where, like, either could win. I wouldn't be surprised if Josh won. I wouldn't be surprised if Ben won. I just thought Ben's performance, while it was Leo Frank isn't a character that is a big emotional moment and isn't as, like, intense as Sweeney, I feel like Ben's characterization and the subtleties were just better executed than Josh, because Josh plays Sweeney a lot more subtly, but I just feel like that subtlety and the execution of that just was too subtle for me, whereas Ben did it just right. And I saw the Parade back in, I think, February when it opened, and I saw it again in April, this month, like last week, and Ben's performance has evolved, and he's getting a lot more into the character of Leo Frank. You see him getting those new layers. Also, if him sitting in front of the audience for 15 minutes isn't the biggest Tony, gimme, I don't know what is, you know what I mean? It's very much Tony bait. So I think that alone deserves him the Tony again. But Josh could win. If Josh wins a lot of the awards at, like, the drama desks and all the other awards, because Ben's not been nominated. But that will be interesting. That's going to be an interesting category. Leading actress, it's going to go to Victoria Clark. But Annalee Ashford for Sweeney, Sarah Bareilles for Into the Woods, Lorena Courtney for & Juliet, Michaela Diamond. You know, and I seeing Parade for the second time, I understood the hype around Michaela Diamond. I was like, you know what? I'm starting to see it. But again, I think Annalee could take it. Could potentially take it. But I don't think so. I think, politically speaking, Victoria Clark has been on Broadway for years, and this is her only moment, whereas Annalee has many other moments. But again, if Victoria Clark was not in this category, Annalee would easily win this. For featured actor, we have Kevin Cahoon for Shooked, Justin Cooley for Kimberly Akimbo, and I was very happy to see that. Kevin Del Ajulia, I hope I'm saying that correct, for Some Like It Hot. Jordan Donica for Camelot, and Alex Newell for Shooked. I think that Justin Cooley deserves to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Cahoon won. I think Alex Newell has that amazing song, but that's it. And it's not a emotional song. It's not like a You Oughta Know from Jagged Little Pill. So I don't think Alex Newell is going to win at all. But Kevin Calhoun, everyone loves his character. He's super funny. His performance has been praised, even though I think Peanut was the worst character in that musical. But I just think Justin Cooley is obviously not the most meatiest part as Seth Wheatus, but I just think Justin, he deserves it. He's young, he's a fresh talent, and, you know, he, I just feel like Seth is a better character, like, from a writing perspective, and from a performance perspective, too. His comedy is a lot more subtle than Kevin's, but, again, politically speaking, like the Victoria Clark thing, Kevin Calhoun has been doing this for 29 years, so he kind of gets his due. So that alone might get him the Tony win. I don't know. Featured actress, we have Julia Lester for Into the Woods, Ruthia Ann Miles for Sweeney, Bonnie Milligan for Kimberly, Natasha Yvette Williams for Some Like It Hot, and Betsy Wolfe for Anne Juliet. Obviously, Bonnie Milligan is going to win. I don't think anyone can argue with me on that one. If you know, you know. If you don't, go and see Kimberly Akimbo. Direction of a musical, Parade, Into the Woods, Some Like It Hot, Shocked, and Kimberly Akimbo. I cannot believe Jack O'Brien got nominated. I think Susan Stroman should have gone nominated instead of Jack O'Brien, personally. I think Michael Arden's going to win for Parade. Again, I think if Into the Woods was still on Broadway, Lear de Bonassanet would win, because I think that's the best directing I've ever seen. But Michael Arden just, I mean, he deserves it. He's done this Once on This Island revival. He did Spring Awakening, Deaf West. He deserves this, and I think it is finally his time. And Tommy Kail didn't get nominated for Sweeney, but I think people were kind of expecting that. Or I was, at least. And I don't really see who else could compete with Michael Arden. Like, you know, maybe Casey Nick. No, I'm not even. Who am I kidding? I think it's going to be Michael Arden. It has to be. Best Book, Anne Juliet, Kimberly Akimbo, New York, New York, Shocked, and Some Like It Hot. A lot of people were surprised that New York got the book, but I was expecting it. I know it's not a good book, but, like, they need to fill that category. I think Kimberly Akimbo is going to win. I don't think anyone can disagree with me. That's one of the strongest, most funniest books I've ever seen on Broadway in years, maybe ever. Well, since at least Dear Danson. Score, Almost Famous, which was a surprise. Kimberly Akimbo, obviously it's going to win. K-pop, Shocked, and Some Like It Hot. You know, and again, listen to the music of Kimberly Akimbo, compare it to Shocked and Some Like It Hot, and you'll know. I'm sorry, but I have to be honest about that. It's going to win. There's no 6. I mean, could Shocked maybe pull an upset? Maybe, but, like, Shucked's score is not as memorable as 6's. That's why 6 went over a Strange Loop. It was melody and remembering stuff over, you know, very complex, not catchy songs. And I think Strange Loop has catchy songs, but, like, it's not something you could really play on the radio, right? Scenic Design, New York, New York, Sweeney, Camelot, Shocked, and Some Like It Hot. I think New York's gonna win. The opening, they have some very amazing, big, huge set pieces that really are awe-inspiring, and Sweeney is a lot more subtler in its scenic design. Camelot could win. It has a pretty grand scenic design, so I could see that pulling a win. Shocked and Some Like It Hot are pretty basic, you know, it's nothing special. So I think it's between Camelot and New York, New York, but I think New York's gonna win. Costume Design, Some Like It Hot, which I think is going to win. Parade, Camelot, K-pop, and Juliet, and New York, New York. Lighting Design, you have New York, New York, which I think is going to win, and if you've seen the final song when the whole theater becomes purple and the whole lighting shows up, that was something I'd never seen before, and that's why I think it's going to win. But you have Camelot, Parade, and Juliet, Some Like It Hot, and Sweeney Todd. Sweeney Todd could win. Sweeney Todd has some very amazing lighting, especially, at the end, there's some very creative lighting there, so it could win in that category. Sound Design went to New York, New York, Shocked, Into the Woods, and Juliet, and Sweeney Todd. I haven't seen Anne Juliet, but I just think it's gonna win because Sweeney Todd's sound is, you know, if you know, you know. It's not good. Into the Woods is not on Broadway anymore. Shocked was good, New York was good, but I just think Anne Juliet seems to have, like, I imagine the sound is really loud. Choreography, Sweeney Todd, Some Like It Hot, New York, and Juliet in K-pop. I think New York could win, but I could see Casey Nicola finally getting that choreography win. But I think if you've seen New York, there's some really incredible, beautiful dancing in it that I don't think any production this season has come close to. Orchestrations, and Juliet, Kimberly Kimbo, Shucked, Some Like It Hot, and New York. I think and Juliet will win because, you know, jukebox musicals that reinvent songs from the radio tend to do well. So I think Kimberly Kimbo and Parade, I think those two will go away with the most wins, but I could be wrong. I think Some Like It Hot will win something. I think Some Like It Hot will win costume design. I think and Juliet will win at least one or two. New York, I think will win something. Shucked, I could see Kevin Cahoon winning. Kimberly Kimbo's obviously gonna win. I don't think Sweeney Todd's gonna win anything. Gonna be completely honest. Could it steal Best Revival? Yes, but I just don't think it's as good as Parade. Parade, I think, will come home with a good chunk of awards. Into the Woods won't win anything, but it makes sense because it's not on Broadway anymore. And that is the Tony Awards. So those are my thoughts on the Tonys. Those are my predictions, what I think should win, or what I want to win. And Bad Cinderella got snubbed, but who's surprised? Obviously, so this wasn't a surprising Tonys. You know, it was pretty on par with my predictions. And I think my predictions for who will win is going to be pretty spot on. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.